Okay, so we're in Visual Studio Code. We open the extension list and we search for ChatTDD. You find this one here, ChatTDD VS Code, and you click on install. And once that's done, you can go into your top menu in Visual Studio and you run the command ChatTDD. And the first thing that will do is to prompt you for a description of the application that you're trying to build. So I will just type in something here. We will create a simple web page where the user can enter a GitHub username and see the name and profile picture from that user. Of course, you don't have to be detailed, or you can be as detailed as you want. If it's not detailed enough, ChatTDD will come back to you and ask you more questions. I will tell it that it should use an API to get that data. You never know with the LLMs if it starts to hallucinate. So for now, we'll tell it to use an API, and I want to use Python Flask for this task. So we'll send that off, and then things will start to happen. The first thing that ChatTDD tries to do is that it tries to run a command pip install Flask, and it does that. And here's a funny thing: there's actually no Python installed in my profile, and by clicking enter, we will actually feed the terminal results back to the large language model, and it should be able to work out that we should install Python and have that correctly set up. So we'll confirm that Python actually is installed. And a funny thing here is that it will try a new strategy. Before it tried to just run Python, now it tries with Python 3 to see if that's set up, and it was. So it was very happy with that. It runs pip install, and once that is done, I'm not typing anything here. I'm just confirming to the large language model that this is okay. It could just continue with its work. And now if you focus up on the left-hand side here, you will actually see that some code files will start to pop up. Now communication is going back and forth between GPT and Visual Studio. And now it has created the template. It has created an app.py, and it sets up a virtual environment, and it activates that virtual environment. And it's pretty cool that it actually does this, because I never asked it to do that, but it just realized that my Python environment wasn't set up properly, so it just does it by itself. So that's great. It installs the Flask library. That's fantastic. And then it runs the application. So if we jump over to our browser window, we get this. We can type in a GitHub username, press enter, and boom, there it is. Of course, this is a very, very simple demo. You could have written this yourself probably almost as quickly. The interesting parts here are within the tests that are generated now with the application itself, because it didn't just create the application, it created the actual tests that we would need to control what's going on in our application. So we don't have to really, we don't have to care about what the application code is doing. We only have to look at the tests to verify that it's doing what we expect it to do.